The ancient Legacies traveling seminars are self-explorations. As curiously as it may sound, we go away to find ourselves. By immersing ourselves in different customs, arts, religion, social institutions, and achievements of particular peoples, we come to realize what is enduring and shared, and so grasp more profoundly what is our human nature. Our explorations of ancient Egypt offer, by an extreme example, an insight that death is the center of human culture. On the one hand, human beings are deficient. In comparison with the other animals that have protective skin and fur, sharp claws and sharp teeth, and so secure their own survival, humans need networks of cooperation, culture, to survive and overcome death. On the other hand, humans have a troubling surplus knowledge. We imagine a god or gods who will never die, and they know it. We live among countless animals, all of whom will die, and they don't know it. But humans have this peculiar fate that we're the creatures who are going to die, and we know it. And this consciousness of our own mortality, this death anxiety, gives rise to mortuary temples, pyramids and tombs, religious ceremonies, prayers and sacrifices, and is witnessed nowhere among the other animals.
Since 1983, Dr. Robert Hahn has led faculty and students on the Ancient Legacies program to ask some of life's greatest questions. Our quest begins in the city of Giza, not far from Cairo, and you will continue up the Nile all the way to Egypt's southern border, just below Abu Simbel. You will explore along the way dynasties that were once the center of the world, and whose command would go on to stretch across 3,000 years. With the help of our brilliant Egyptologist and guide, Ihab Sharadre, you will learn the history of ancient Egypt while standing where it was made. Ihab and Dr. Hahn have led this trip with one another since 1995, alongside other faculty, and together they bring the expansive ancient Egyptian history into an understandable, engaging, and thorough experience. Each and every day is a brand new exploration of another part of Egypt. As you venture to new locations, Ihab will always be educating the group on the comprehensive history that you will encounter. Ihab is also an excellent resource on the functions of modern-day Egypt, as he is an Egyptian himself. Together, Ihab and Dr. Hahn lead a fantastic expedition that educates and entertains, making learning a thrill to enjoy. While on this great adventure, you will also stay in some of the finest accommodations Egypt has to offer. This includes a 5-star hotel that is right across the street from the pyramids, an island resort on the Nile River in Luxor, and a luxury cruise. Students who decide to join the trip will be able to earn up to 6 credits on this study abroad program. Students and participants will also perform a mummification ritual, reconstruct a miniature pyramid, erect a miniature obelisk, and carve limestone tablets.
Our travel adventures in Egypt allow us to consider a range of their beliefs in an afterlife, the very possibility of an eternal, blessed afterlife. But it's not a conception of an angelic life, souls and spirits floating around as winged, airy creatures, but instead a fully embodied eternity. The mummification of the deceased, the funerary equipment consisting of all the things that the departed enjoyed while living, that would presumably be used in the paradise to come, supplies a vision that you can take it with you. For us, we visit a grave in a cemetery to pay our respects. Perhaps we leave flowers, but not a food offering, as if it could be eaten by the departed. If one of our neighbors suggested having a seance to try to communicate with the departed, it would seem very strange to most of us in today's Western culture, where we try to distance ourselves from death as far as possible. But the ancient Egyptians brought food offerings to their mortuary temples and believed they could commune with the departed. How? Through their rituals. For them, death was always close at hand. For us, we try to push it as far away as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, is a joyful life eternal possible for us? How do you imagine it? And why not join us on our next Ancient Legacies program to Egypt and explore this for yourself?